Why did you seek the protection under the House of Representatives?
Mr. Chairman, as indicated in my letter, I want to speak freely without undue influence from varying sources.
Do you have anything to say to this committee?
Mr. Chairman, I prepared an opening statement. May I be allowed to read it?
Okay, 10 minutes. Please proceed.
Good morning. I am Krizle Mago, a former employee of Pharmally Pharmaceutical Corporation. To begin, I extend my gratitude to the House of Representatives Committee on Good Government and Public Accountability for graciously allowing me time to make an opening statement and for having me under their protective custody. I am here to address a few points. First, I confirm that the official statement dated 28th of September 2021 was issued by me. I apologize for going off the radar for a few days. I simply needed time to breathe and to process everything that had just transpired. I also extend my gratitude to all those who expressed concern over my safety and well-being. I am here, I am alive, and I am safe. Thank you very much. Let me also share a few sentiments that I have harbored for quite some time. As a shy and socially awkward person, the past 2 months have been difficult for me, which has been exacerbated by my involvement in the ongoing investigations where I was invited as one of the resource persons. While testifying before the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee last September 13, 2021, I was questioned about the specifics of Pharmally's first contract with PSDBM. It was extremely traumatic for me. To be accused of lying and threatened with contempt. And true to their threat, they already arrested one of our executives. Personally, I was perplexed on how I could be perceived as a liar when I was simply answering questions directly based on the information that was reflected on our records, and I even willingly submitted the documents upon request. And after I relayed the sequence of events for that specific contract, one thing that stood out the most was the reaction to the advanced delivery, which included disparaging remarks like parang grab lang. I do recognize that each and every one of us are entitled to our own interpretation and reaction to every revelation made during the hearings. And while I personally agree that delivery made before issuance of a purchase order was unusual, we should not overlook the fact that this took place during an unprecedented time. I personally struggled to purchase face masks at that same time for personal use. And I am certain that majority of the Filipino people also relate to this experience, most especially our frontliners. Furthermore, and on a more personal note, I tested positive for COVID-19 during the course of the hearings, which resulted in a decline in my physical and emotional health. Additionally, the overwhelming pressure and the intense scrutiny of the investigations have had a detrimental effect to my mental health. Over and above this, my personal mobile number and even my current place of address were also revealed publicly, This violated my right to privacy as a private citizen and also resulted in unwanted harassment and even disturbing messages and calls. Moving on, and on a second point, I deny all allegations made by the unidentified witness who appeared on a video presented by Senator Risa Hontiveros on September 24, 2021. And please allow me to expound on that. Pharmally Pharmaceutical Corporation or PPC has never delivered damaged items to the government, neither does it intend to. PPC conducts its routine quality inspections on the inventory prior to making deliveries. And it is in the conduct of these quality inspections that we were able to identify damaged face shields, which includes but not limited to dented, folded, torn or broken, and discolored face shields. Now, these damaged face shields were immediately segregated subject to proper disposal, and therefore they were excluded for delivery. And moreover, when we received the inventory, it was already inconsistently packed to begin with, meaning that there were face shields packed individually, and then there are also those in groups. And to make matters worse, there was a significant number of packed face shields that we opened solely for the purpose of removing the damaged items. And as a result, we ended up with an inventory so inconsistently packed, ranging from about 6 to 10 face shields per pack, in addition to the face shields that were individually packed. So I raised this concern to our management in a meeting sometime in August 2021. And it has been decided to repack the stocks uniformly in groups of 10 face shields per packaging. This is for an easier and more efficient inventory management and accounting. And this is the same instruction that I gave to the warehouse personnel. And in the course of the repacking, the face shields, the packaging which had broken quantities were merged together to form 10 pieces per packaging. And in the conduct of the repacking, the product certificates got mixed up and some were subsequently discarded because the staff only needed to put one product certificate per packaging. So to further clarify, the face shields required by the Department of Health for this specific contract are non-medical grade face shields, and this is also stated in the technical specifications. Third point, regarding my previous testimonies on the questions pertaining to swindling the government, I do admit that it was a pressured response. Given the amount of pressure that I was under at that time, and even the rush of emotions associated with the allegations made and my subsequent admission, I was not in the proper frame of mind to think clearly. At that time, to be honest, what I considered was the fact that we already delivered a portion of these face shields containing the mixed product certificates to the Department of Health. But after the Senate hearing and after I evaluated my answers or my testimonies, I realized that the face shields that we partially delivered to the Department of Health have not been inspected. Hindi pa po siya na-inspect and na-accept ng Department of Health. So hindi pa rin po siya na-allocate and distribute sa mga end users. And in addition, wala pong natanggap na bayad ang Pharmally from the Department of Health for this partial delivery. So I hope that this clarifies the situation. Finally, in light of the information presented, I thank you for your time and interest, and I welcome any questions that you may have. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.